everyone. I am Aniqua, or Uniquely Aniqua if you follow my blog. I am the founder of Journey to Self, which is a nonprofit that is focused on self healing, self discovery, so that our melanated community can start living self sufficient lives. You are about to experience episode 1 of our journey interviews. This season, the theme is falling in love with the journey. And this week, we have the privilege to interview the goddess, Miss Shauna. Peace, Shauna. How are you today?
Please, thank you so much for having me. I am amazing and abundant.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So, everything about J2S, Journey to Self, is genuinely committed and serving our people. We want to encourage people to live as their true self and actually become one with their self. So, what is your definition of true self? We just gonna dive right in.
Just getting right to it.
Yes.
The definition of my true self is it's the evolution, right? It's ever evolving. So it is me being authentic with myself, me learning to love myself unconditionally, me pouring into myself. So it's a number of things, but I look at it as always a lifelong journey
I
coming
love
into
it.
self. I'm kind of a student of myself, if you will,
Right, right.
of my true self.
And I definitely see similarities in what you said, as well as like my own personal definition. And
Mm.
so now that we know what you consider, your true self is, how are you intentionally journeying towards actually being that?
Absolutely. There are several ways. I think when you think about your true self, that could be broken down into so many pieces, right?
Right.
But one way that I'm being intentional is about being intentional to my needs,
Mm,
recognizing what I need and also responding to those needs. So, for example, understanding that being happy is my job.
oh,
That is solely on me. No one else can bring me that happiness. That is a job that I do for myself first, and everyone else
that
is an
part.
extension of it. It's an extension
Right.
of the environment that I create for myself. I like to think of it kind of like as gardening. Nothing can thrive in unhealthy soil or if the environment is wrong. If it's too hot, your things may die. If it's too much water, they may die. So
Oh,
it's about creating that ecosystem or that balance that works for me, that helps me to kind of continue that journey, if
right,
you will, to
right.
myself. So that's kind of how I'm intentional, creating that environment inside of myself and around myself that reflects who I want to be and who my true self is.
And everything you just shared honestly reminds me of the fact that everyone's journey is different, and I often say, depending on a person's purpose or their reason for being here, will kind of determine the life lessons that they learn or that they experience. So, what has been a roadblock or something that you've had to overcome so far in your journey?
Yeah. So that's amazing what you just said. It is true. Everyone's journey is it's different, but it's your
Right,
journey. It's your
right.
journey that you walk alone at the end of the day. And my biggest hurdle has been myself. I think like most people, kind of the preconceived notions that you've literally made up about yourself or you've been told about yourself. So the
Mhm.
things that I may doubt myself on when I know that I'm more than capable or things like that, that had been my biggest hurdle, getting out of my own way so that I could fully be the
Yes.
true and authentic me, really
Right,
from
right.
inside. hmm That's been
And
my biggest hurdle.
yes, I appreciate that. I also feel that that is one of my hurdles too. And I'm intentionally with each day, making sure I check, like I said in one of my blog posts, my trauma at the door, so that I'm not bringing any baggage or any uncertainties that are going to limit me in any way. And then I often think too that whenever I say journey, people are not aware of the fact that I'm talking about a spiritual journey. And
Yes.
it's actually, the courage of partaking in a spiritual journey that actually leads to true healing and you meeting your true self. So, what is your definition of spirituality? What does spirituality mean to you?
Helpful. And just because spirituality is an inner process, right?
Hmm.
You can go through whether you read the Bible, the Quran, you name it. One thing that is consistent in all of those, the one consistent message is that it is within you, right? So whether it says, the church is in you or whatever, it is
Right.
within you. This is a you process. So for me, spirituality means connecting with my higher self. My higher self is an extension of the creator. So I am thee. So that's how I like to show up. And that's what it means to me. A better understanding of who I am. You know what I
I
mean?
love it.
As it
I
relates
do.
to the God in me. And so I kind of consider myself, that's why I always refer to myself as being a goddess, because I am that which I came from. I have that possess that same energy as my source. So that's what spirituality is with me, connecting with that higher self of me, that true
Right.
me.
Right.
And not the
Yes.
me that I see in the mirror, because that is just merely an avatar that I'm using. But the
Oh,
real
wow.
me, the me in the core, the me that
Yes.
speaks to me in my gut, her,
Right, right.
it.
That is so, so powerful. And whenever you and I get together, we're always dropping gems and we're always able to learn from each other. And one
Absolutely.
thing that we do is share experiences around parenting and motherhood.
Absolutely.
So, how has your spiritual journey impacted you as a mom?
Yeah. As a mother, it's made me more intentional as a mother. So it is just not parenting based off emotion. It's parenting based off intention. I'm intentionally doing certain things or pouring certain things into them to help them be a better person, the person that they want to be. It's taught me not to project. Um, as parents, we tend to kind of have an idea of oh, he's great at this or she's great at that. I think she could be this. Well, that may not be who they are. So
Right,
learning to
right.
not project, but to protect. So no
Cool.
projecting anything, any preconceived notions or dreams that I have onto
Right.
them, but allowing them to be fully themselves and just protecting them and protecting who they want to be has
I
been
love it.
how it has affected me. And it's an ever evolving thing, right?
Right,
Because we do have
right.
those human moments and we are going to react. But at the end of the
So
day,
true.
I don't want, I'm intentional because I don't want my kids to live their life ever for me.
Right.
It is theirs and theirs only. They owe me nothing.
I could not agree more. And something new that I've actually started doing, well, I wouldn't necessarily say new, but I've been more intentional now that I'm on my spiritual journey of watching what I pour into my kids, especially as it relates to like food or medicines. And so I
Yes.
know that you have your own business, and I personally am a huge supporter as well as Journey to Self. There are products there that I can use for my babies. But for our viewers, can you share a little bit about your business and what it is about?
Absolutely. My business is New Ascension. And new, of course, new is in you, which we take from the term Nubian, which is new being, if you will, and ascension, which of course is kind of like a process where you're coming into that new self, right? You're ascending, you're learning. So that's where the name came from. This is a business that I started with my son. So he is a co-owner with me. So it's a family business. It is holistic healthcare. That's the best way that I can describe it, or
Right.
healing business, if you will. Our products center around everything from herbs to you can come and get some Palo Santo sticks to kind of cleanse your aura.
Yeah.
So or cleanse your things. So we have a little bit of everything for everyone. And it's a passion business. Our business was created out of passion, out of our love for others, and also our passion because we have used these products to heal ourselves. So
Mhm.
everything we do is with intention with our business.
Yes, I absolutely love your business,
Thank
not
you.
just for the products, that it provides us, but also that knowledge and that support that you also get. So we have to make sure we take some time really quick to let our viewers know how we can find you, especially on Instagram. Everybody is on IG these days.
Yes.
So what's your IG?
Yeah, so find us on our IG definitely. It is new in you underscore ascension ASCECN. I'm sorry, SION.
Perfect.
And
And
you
then
can
I'll
find us
make
there.
sure I tag it too. Yes,
Thank
I'll
you.
make sure to tag it. And so now we have some insight into just who you truly are, what you're currently overcoming, what you're working on, and even your expertise around holistic healing and holistic care. So it's a tricky time right now. People have many worries going on, especially as it relates to particular viruses and things of that
Yes.
nature. So, what is one herb or maybe even a product that New Ascension sells that everyone should basically have during this time of the year?
Absolutely. So the first thing I would say, can I give you two?
Yes, yes, drop all the gems.
So the first thing is not a product at all. It is having a mindset of healing.
Mm,
And I say this everywhere I go because everything begins in the mind, right?
right.
And even if you don't acknowledge it, but you're thinking about it, the body acknowledges it, even if you
So
don't.
true.
So it starts here first, okay? So acknowledging that I am well, I am happy, and I am healed, and believing it. So that's the first thing. The second is, if I had to say one thing, it wouldn't so much be herb or anything like that. It would actually be colloidal silver. And we do
Okay.
carry a colloidal silver. Um, Colloidal silver is a must have right now, just because you can use it for so many things. It's antiviral, it's antimicrobial. So you can use it from everything from a cut, a scrape, an open wound, an insect bite. Then you can also use it to
Wow.
boost your immune system. So you can use it for immune system. You can use it to sterilize things. Some people are wearing masks for 8 to 10 hours a day. You can
Right.
actually spray it in that mask to sanitize that mask throughout your day so that you're not breathing back in the harmful carbon
Oh,
dioxide. So
oh
if
yes.
I had to say anything, it's the colloidal silver. We're in allergy season right now. You can apply it inside of your actual nostrils to actually clean out that area and to help alleviate hay fever and excessive sneezing. So it does
Ooh,
so much for the body. And then it also works with your environment. So that's my must have. And on a spiritual level,
yes.
there are studies you can look at it. Colloidal silver has been used to what they say increase your magnetic field or your aura. So you can actually use it in that capacity as well.
Listen, I have to put my order in like ASAP. Oh my gosh, yes. And I will make sure, like I said, I tag you and your business in this post so that we all can support you and make sure we build our immune system. That is something that is just imperative right now.
It is.
And girl, I know you and me, we can talk for some hours.
We
But in
can.
an effort to keep this short and sweet, I definitely want to thank you, Shauna, so, so much for your
Thank you.
openness, for your insight, and your willingness,
Thank
to
you.
share your journey with us. And
Absolutely.
it's definitely a beautiful one and inspiring one. And I've learned so much from you. And just real quick before we wrap it up, I want to also share how grateful I am and just extend that gratitude that since you've come into my life, I've been able to go harder, and be more committed to my journey. You've taught me things of how it's important to be in it, but not in it, meaning I can exist, in this world and amongst different individuals, but not be consumed, by
Mhm.
this world or by any stressors or worries. So thank you
Absolutely.
so much for that light and for that love. And please continue, to just shine so brightly and pour into
Thank
yourself
you.
so we can all receive everything that you're putting out.
And thank you, Aniqua. I second those sentiments. It has been an absolute pleasure. Your energy and your vibration has been amazing. We benefit both from interacting with each other. And I thank you so much for those kind words. And thank you for having
Yes.
me.
Of course. And to all of you who are watching, thank y'all so much for y'all time. Shauna really dropped so much. You guys can leave this video feeling empowered to start your journey, but most importantly, to improve your health at the same time. So please make sure you let us know if you have any questions or comments by hitting us up in the comment section. We will also be tagging New Ascension, so you can get on that website ASAP and buy the colonial silver and get your immune system tough and strong to fight any viruses that are coming out, because flu season is also coming up.
Absolutely.
And yes, and last but not least, be on the lookout for another brand new interview next week where we will hear from another beautiful soul as they share with us how they fell in love with their journey. All
Okay.
right. Peace, everyone.
Peace. Thank you.
Thank you.